Is the Super Mario Bros. Movie any good? I have some thoughts. What's going on, guys? I'm Chris, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm giving you my review of the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which just hit theaters. It is an animated film from Illumination, taking us into this Nintendo world. But is it any good? I have a lot of thoughts. I'm about to get into that right now. Before I do, hit that like button, comment down below your thoughts, your expectations on this movie if you've not yet seen it. Subscribe and hit that notification bell, as I'm trying to reach my goal of 75,000 subscribers here on the channel. It would mean a lot. Without further ado, let's talk about this movie. Quick backstory on my relationship with Mario and this whole Nintendo world. Growing up, I played Mario Kart religiously. You know, Double Dash was my game of choice on the GameCube. I played games like Super Mario Strikers and a ton of other ones here and there. Love the characters and just this unique world that Nintendo created. So going into this movie, I just wanted a fun time. A fun escapism time at the movies. And did it deliver on that? Honestly, no. And I'm kind of shocked to say that because I went in just expecting to have fun. And the movie somehow lacked in the fun department because it was so rushed from the start. In fact, we're jumping around from location to location in the first 10 to 15 minutes of this movie. And I immediately felt like something was off when it comes to the pacing. Now, the movie's only an hour and 30 minutes long, so it really doesn't have a lot of time to waste. I get that. But it could have been 15-20 minutes longer to give us actual time to connect to Mario and Luigi. Now, of course, I'm familiar with Mario and Luigi. I've played the games, I know who these characters are. But coming into the movie, I didn't feel anything. I know they have iconic designs and they looked the part, but these characters had very little emotional depth for me, and I genuinely felt it difficult to care about them and, more importantly, anything that happened in this movie. Of course, visually, the animation looks amazing in countless scenes, whether that's in the Mushroom Kingdom or in Brooklyn, wherever it may be, the visuals in this movie are a hit. But story is the most important thing here, and it just was lacking. Like, I kind of hinted at this, but the movie moves at a breakneck pace. I mean, bam, bam, bam. Never a second to sit down and marinate on these important emotional moments early on, and I wish that it took its time a little bit more, setting up Bowser, setting up a bunch of these characters, so that I actually could care and enjoy the action and the moments that are supposed to be fun. I would have enjoyed them 10 times more if I felt some emotional connection to the characters in this movie. Now, a lot of people will say, just go into this movie, turn your brain off and have fun, and I wanted to do that. I was trying to do that, but I just couldn't because, again, I didn't feel anything. Now, this movie is littered with Nintendo references. I mean, if you've played any iteration of a Mario game, you're gonna find something in here and be like, oh, I remember that. There's tons of Easter eggs. Almost to a fault, I would say, because at a certain point, it's cool, it's nice to have these on-the-nose references, but the whole movie sort of just became this nostalgia trip in a way, and I am not mad about it. Like, again, I know this movie's targeted for a younger audience, but it almost sacrifices story and compelling characters and moments for the sake of putting in all these little references. Like, it doesn't feel like a movie at all. It's like, oh, here's a scene with Mario and Donkey Kong, here's a scene with Mario and Bowser, here's Princess Peach. It never really felt like an actual movie, it just felt like a display of these characters on the big screen. So yet again, another reason why it was hard to connect with anything. The voice acting was fine, you know, I thought Chris Pratt did actually a pretty decent job. A lot of people were bashing on him before the movie. I thought he did pretty well. He has his own take on it and it works. The standout in this movie, both voice acting and probably character, is Jack Black as Bowser. I mean, this movie misses with the humor a lot, but he actually had a few moments that made me chuckle and definitely got the most audible laughs from my theater. Jack Black as Bowser is perfect casting, and he owns it in this role. He's definitely the most comedic character in the film and the one that works the best. Again, I can't help but feel like this movie was way too rushed, but it would have helped if there was a little more charisma. I mean, the movie really didn't have that much charm. I thought that, you know, Mario and Luigi's relationship honestly felt a little forced, because at the end of the day, this whole thing, to me, just felt like a big product to try and make $1 billion. Like, let's throw every Nintendo Mario reference at the wall and just hope that it lands or sticks. And it just didn't really click for me at all. The movie flies by, which is not good. It needed to have more emotional depth, and it completely lacked there. It was reference overload to a point where I was just not able to really care anymore. It's like, how many references can we have until this gets tired? That's kind of how it felt for me. But above all else, it had no heart. A lot of animated films that are, you know, more catered towards kids can really pull on the heartstrings for me, whether that's from Pixar, Disney, or DreamWorks. This film really just lacked in any true heart. Did this movie move me emotionally? Unfortunately, the Super Mario Bros. Movie did not. It was missing in the charm, humor, emotions, characters. It was hard for me to really care about anything. Now, that being said, people will have fun with this movie. If you grew up playing Mario, there will be something you get a kick out of, because trust me, even I did. I relived some childhood trauma on Rainbow Road, let's just say that. But that alone is not enough to save this movie and make it great, or even really call it a fun time. Like, sure, there's moments where I was entertained, but I just can't throw aside the fact that the characters are so underdeveloped, the fact that the plot's pretty weak, and the fact that it just feels like a product to try and make money for the sake of having fun. Because if all those things are overpowering, I can't have fun. If I cared about Mario or Luigi in this movie, or if I felt like there was actually chemistry between some of the characters, I would have been able to have fun. But I just couldn't at the end of the day, and that's just how I feel. The Super Mario Bros. Movie was not for me. A lot of people out there will enjoy it. Families, young kids, people who love Mario, a lot of people will have fun with this movie. I didn't, and that's just my opinion. Go see the movie for yourself, form your own opinion. Don't let me sway you if you were looking forward to this movie. I implore you guys to go watch this movie and make your own opinion on the Super Mario Bros. Movie. But that is all I have to say about that. Let me know your thoughts on this movie down below, your expectations if you've not yet seen it. I wanted to love this one, and unfortunately, it's pretty throwaway. If I'm comparing it to the two Sonic movies, both of those I think are better and have a lot more heart. Comment your thoughts on this movie down below, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell as I'm trying to reach my goal of 75,000 subscribers here on the channel. It would mean a lot. That's gonna do it. Expect some more videos coming very soon, and until next time, see you guys later.